This evening, we're going to look at using the pure breath and then also focus a little bit on the shoulders. And when you do the shoulder exercises, I'm going to encourage you to pay attention to the way, actually through the whole practice. It's always important to listen to your body and respect your own limits, always backing away from pain and surfing your stretches, etc., so that the practice really serves you. All right, this evening let's begin on our backs because we'll start with our breath practice. I find starting in the Shavasana position is very useful to bringing your attention to the breath. So unfold the body on the earth. Let your arms and legs be just a little away from the center of the body. Perhaps press your head into the mat so you can fold your shoulders underneath. Let the palms come up facing the sky. Take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, begin to feel where your body contacts the earth and let the weight of the body be supported by the surface beneath you. And then bringing your attention to the breath, we'll explore the 4 qualities of the pure breath. And the first quality is silence. So as you're noticing the inhale and the exhale, see if you can soften the breath so that it is not audible to you, but that it's quiet. And if there's an area where you're hearing the breath, see if you can reduce the effort. Let the breath be a little softer, a little more silent. And the second quality of the breath we'll attend to is balance. Balancing the in-breath and the out-breath. Letting the in-breath be perhaps a count of 3 and matching the out-breath. And again, if you find yourself having one longer than the other, see if you can reduce the effort on the one that is shorter until the length of the in-breath matches the length of the out-breath. The third quality we'll turn to is smooth. Let the breath be smooth without any hitches or gaps. Let it flow smoothly in and smoothly out. Loosening the effort if there's any spot where it tends to catch. Letting it be like a stream or a ribbon flowing softly. And the final quality that we'll explore in the pure breath is connected. Let the in-breath reach its fullness and then be relieved by the out-breath. And as the out-breath comes to the end, let it be refreshed and nourished by the in-breath. You might hold a circle in your mind's eye, lifting up with the in-breath, flowing down with the out-breath. Or perhaps you feel the breath like a wave rolling in on the shore and rolling back to the ocean, connected. Bringing your attention now over your heart and the breath over the heart. And just checking in with your experience this evening. And being kind to whatever you find. Knowing that self-care is care for our community. As we strengthen ourselves, we can serve better. When you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest and draw some circles on your sacrum using your knees. And switch directions after a while. You're ready? Come on up to a seated posture. You can do that by rolling over to one side or the other. And when you come up to a seat, you can fold your legs in front of you or sit on a block similar to the way that I'm doing now. Feel the tallness in your spine from the tailbone right through the crown. On the exhale, let the right ear drop over to the right shoulder. Tip the head back a little bit and let the left shoulder lean away. Exhale as you roll the chin towards the chest. And then let that left ear drip up over the left shoulder, the right shoulder drift away. Exhale, roll the chin to the chest. Pause here, working out any area that might be giving you a little bit of tension. And then roll the shoulders forward, raise the crown, and drop the shoulders back on the back. So just feel the shoulders as you're rolling them, letting them really land in the shoulder blades come back and together. And let's take a block this evening and press it between your hands. If you don't have a block, you can just push your hands together. Exhale here. Inhale as you push out, and inhale as you raise the arms up and the shoulder blades land on the back. Exhale, bring it home. Inhale and exhale. Big breath. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. And exhale. Set the block aside. Bring the hands to heart again. Press the hands. Inhale and open your wings nice and wide. Let the shoulder blades come together and squeeze a bit. Exhale home. Inhale open. Exhale home. Feel the spine move a little as you inhale open. Heart lifting. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale and exhale. Again. One more time. Reach the hands out into a T. Drop the right hand to the mat. Up with that left hand as it comes up over the head and reaches into a side bend. Use that hand on the earth to press the opposite hip down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the hands over. Exhale, side bend. Take it on this side. Inhale, switching sides, exhale. Inhale, brush the sky. Exhale, side bend. And inhale, bringing both hands to the sky. Exhale, twist off to the right, lengthen through the spine and gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale off to the left and gaze up over that shoulder. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift the back arm and exhale, fold forward, lengthening from that right hip on through the fingertip. Inhale, sweep both hands to the sky. Exhale, twist off to the left. Inhale, reach the back arm up and slowly fold forward, lengthening and release. Beautiful. Let's come on over onto our hands and knees and we'll begin a little practice with cat-cow. So placing the hands underneath the shoulder points, knees underneath the hips. Begin by just rocking the pelvis, lubricating that low lumbar spine where we tend to hold a lot of tension. And then slowly begin to work it through the back until it comes through the thoracic spine and perhaps up into the neck. You can tuck and untuck the toes if you'd like. Bring your gaze up and then back to the mat. Breathing here, exhaling as you raise the spine up. Inhaling as the heart shines forward. And then slowing until you come into your table. When you're in your table, press your right heel back. Crown reaches forward and take your gaze right over the edge of the mat and then add that left thumb to the sky, really lengthening. This is such a simple but powerful pose for strength in our back body, improving our posture. Inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, slip the hand and heel a little off center. Inhale long, exhale away. Inhale long, exhale away. Inhale long, exhale, bring that hand down to the mat, bend the right knee, and then donkey kick up to the sky for 5, 4, squeeze the glute, 3, 2, and 1 more. And there we go. Bring the knee down, cleansing breath, feel the body release. Gently pushing your left hip back now. We'll take these moves on the other side. Right thumb to the sky. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep off center. Inhale, long. Exhale, away. Inhale, long. Exhale, away. Inhale, bring that right hand back to the mat. Bend the left knee. And add your donkey kick here, squeezing the glute for 5, 4, 3, kick it high, 2, and the last 1. Bring that knee down to the mat, cleansing breath. We'll walk our hands forward and lower ourselves down to the mat. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulder points. Your hands out in front of you. This is called Sphinx posture. Feel the heart shining forward. Draw your forearms back just a bit. Tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Or if you get a little cramp in your feet, definitely stretch it out. As you're in this posture, we're going to move through some postures that will strengthen the shoulders. But if your shoulders are feeling a little sensitive tonight, please modify and maybe choose to do child's pose instead. So if you're ready to do the shoulder exercise, bring the palms together, press into the forearms. And the first point to do is tuck your toes, press the knees into the mat, and bring the hips up so the low back is comfortable. Then the option to float the knees. So you come to dolphin plank. If that's challenging for you, just bring your knees down and do that dolphin plank with the knees down so you're shorter a little bit. Once you're in dolphin plank, exhale, push the hips up for dolphin dog. Then walk your feet just a half step forward. Our dolphin dog is a little shorter than a regular down dog. Bring the forehead towards the mat. Let the heart come towards the earth. Inhale back to dolphin plank and exhale up dolphin dog. And you can do that maybe 2 or 3 times. One more time. And then bring your knees down. And place your hands where your elbows were. And begin to walk your hands back towards your knees. Tuck your toes. We're going to take a little stretch here. Bring our heels together and just sit down on our heels so we get a good stretch there. And another option is to press the hands into the mat and push your heels back so you get a good sole stretch. If you'd like to, you can untuck the toes. Another option, lift the knees, stretch the front of the leg. Then rotate your palms the opposite direction so that your fingertips are facing your knees. And gently bring your weight of your hips towards your heels as you stretch the forearms. This is good when we've been on our keyboards a lot or maybe typing on our phones. Really let the forearms get a break, all those little muscles that operate our hands. Beautiful. When you're ready, release that and walk into your hands back into your squat. And then just push the hips up to the sky. We'll go ahead and come into our forward fold. And here we're going to take a little practice coming into a halfway lift. So press the shins with the fingertips, lengthen out, tailbone to crown. And when you feel like you have a nice strong back, shoulder blades drawn down the back, bring the hands to the heart. And then inhale and wipe the hands out like those wings like we did when we were seated. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Keep the back strong. Inhale, float your wings out, strong back. Exhale, home. Feel the breath in the low belly. Inhale, lift those arms out. Exhale, home. Inhale, sweep them out, shoulder blades kissing. Exhale, home. Inhale one more time. Out nice and wide, strong arms, big wings. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach behind you and sweep all the way up. Tall mountain and release. Release the arms and the legs too if you're holding any tension in the legs. And now we'll come into just a little bit of balance work. So we were talking last week about how valuable balance is. As we age, we tend to lose our balance, so it's important to continue to practice that so we stay in control of our bodies as we're trying to ambulate and do all those good things. So let's do a step back lunge. Find yourself at the top of your mat. Begin by placing the weight into the left foot. Use your arms to counterbalance you, and then just step back just a little bit into your lunge position. And then come home, exhale, inhale, step a little bit further back. We're going to do 5 of these. Coming back, and the third one, a little bit further, and return. Inhale for number 4, and step it forward. And number 5. Challenge yourself just a bit and bring yourself home. Okay, feel how that is. And this is something you can practice on your own. And always feel comfortable using the edge of a chair or table to help balance you as you practice this. Okay, coming now to the right side, weighted, and the left side is light. And a little step back, exhale home. A little bit more. Inhaling back Number 2. And number 3, beginning to challenge yourself a little further with your step back. Number 4. And our last one. And step it home. Okay. How did that balance go for you? Balance is one of the most challenging things because it's either you got it or you don't. It's the way it feels, huh? All right, bring yourself to the top of your mat. Feel the weight of the heels landing. We'll start here in our mountain pose and begin with Sun Salutation C or Surya Namaskara C. Okay, heels weighted, toes lifted and spread. Feet are parallel with the long edge of the mat. Stack the joints, feel the heels, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, heart lifted, long in the spine. Find that breath. Inhale, those arms float up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the hands to the heart. We'll practice our wings again. Inhale, open the wings. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, open. And home. Third time. Inhale, open. And exhale, fold. Step back on the right, bringing the right knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Let the hips sink towards that forward heel and lift the fingertips up to the sky, heart lifted. Low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down. We're coming into our runner's lunge, so tuck the toes, lift the back knee, keep the right hand down and turn the heart towards the knee. Dragonfly twist. Lift the left arm up. Bring that left hand down. Step back for your plank. And now you can take regular flow, skip flow, or with me, we're going to do the dolphin plank again. So knees down, heart down, all the way down. Bring your elbows underneath the shoulder points. Draw the heart forward. Sphinx. Palms together. Press into those forearms. Press into the knees as you lift the hips. Tuck the toes. Dolphin plank. Exhale, dolphin dog. Feet step forward just one little bit. Inhale, dolphin plank. Exhale, dog. Plank. And push it up, dog. One more time. Drop the forehead towards the mat. Let the knees come down. Plant your hands where your elbows were. Push on up to your regular down dog and sweep that right foot up to the sky, bending the knee. Take a little circle there with the ankle. On the exhale, bring that knee behind the wrist. We're going to take our pigeon here. I like to place my hand on a block, slide that right shin forward so it's parallel to the short edge of the mat. Keep the right ankle flexed, and each of us has a little bit different mobility when it comes to our hips, so just work with the what is in your body. Lengthening out of the hip. This is kind of what we do when we cross our legs in front of us, but now we're just doing it with one leg instead of two. Breathing with this stretch. 2 or 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, slide that ankle back just a bit. Set your block aside if you were using one. Frame out your hands. Push yourself, 3-legged dog. Foot raises up, circles. And on the exhale, bring it forward. Step it into your lunge. Right hand to the sky, taking dragonfly twist on this side. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and hands to heart and release. Okay, let's take those moves on the other side. Find your mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Bring the hands to the heart. Exhale. Inhale, sweep out your wings. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, spread your wings. Strong back. Exhale, home. Inhale, spread the wings. Strong back. Exhale, fold. Step back on the left. Bring the knee down. Untuck the toes. Take your low lunge on this side. Let the hips sink just a bit. Exhale, frame your foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee. The left hand down. The right hand reaches up for the sky. Rotating the spine. Bring that right hand down and step back to your plank. Bring the knees down, the chest, and bring your elbows underneath your shoulder points. Traction your arms back in Sphinx posture. When you're ready, bring your palms together, and remember again with our flow, you can always take the flow that works for you or skip flow altogether. And you can push back into child's pose at any time. For child's pose, just lift your hips, push them all the way back towards your heels, and just lengthen out your fingertips in front of you. If instead you're feeling up to joining me in that forearm plank or dolphin plank, then tuck your toes, push into those forearms, lift the knees if you'd like, and exhale, push the hips up. Walk your feet forward just a half of your foot length. Inhale forward to a dolphin dog. Exhale, a dolphin plank, and then exhale back, dolphin dog. We'll do that once more. Bring the knees down, place the hands where the elbows were, and come into your plank. Push the hips up, dog, downward facing dog. There we go. Inhale the right foot up. Oh, I think we did that side already. Inhale the left foot up. There we go. Bend that knee. Bring that left foot or left knee behind the left wrist. And we'll take our pigeon on this side. So draw that chin a little bit forward. Keep the ankle flexed. And you notice on this posture, my knee is lifting off the mat. And that's okay. I can still get a great stretch in the outer right hip. So support your body's weight on your hands and your other foot a little bit as you stretch out that hip. Breathing. We always use the breath to help us as we explore our practices, our postures, but it is practitioner's preference. What works for you is what you want to do. All right, slide that left shin back just a bit, set your block aside. Frame out the hands, return to three-legged dog. And then step that left foot forward between the hands. Coming into your dragonfly twist on the side. Stack the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. Bring the left hand down, and on the exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands behind you. Rising tall mountain. Hands to heart. Exhale and release. Taking a moment to shake out anywhere where tension has been building in the body, because that happens with certain practices. So honor your experience. Just kind of check in with your muscles and just see how they're feeling and see if it doesn't feel good to maybe shake them out just a little bit as you're preparing for the next flow. So our next series will be Sun Salutation B, or Surya Namaskara B, and that means we always start in the chair pose. So find your way to the top of your mat and take a moment to settle into your heels and find your breath for a cycle or two, letting the breath wash through the body. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, reach them behind you as you soften in your knees and your hips, coming into your chair. The weight is in your heels. Press the heels a bit apart from each other. Your heart is lifted. With the next exhale, fold. Inhale for a half lift. Bring the hands to the heart, sweep them open. Nice big wings, exhale home. Inhale, sweep the wings out. Exhale home. Inhale, wings out. And fold, stepping back for your plank. And again, take the flow that works for you. We're doing dolphin plank tonight, so drop your elbows underneath your shoulders if you're following along with me. We'll start in Sphinx. The body comes to the earth and the heart rolls through the biceps, lifting just a bit. And then put the palms together, lift the hips as you press into the knees, tuck the toes, float to plank, and then step the feet forward just a little bit as you raise up to dolphin dog. Inhale forward, exhale up. Inhale plank, exhale dolphin dog. Inhale forward, exhale dolphin dog. Drop the knees, hands where the elbows were. Come to your plank and dolphin dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up. Exhale, step it forward between the hands. Runner's lunge. 2 lanes of traffic here. Take a gaze forward, hold a focus spot as you rise. Coming to our crescent lunge. This can feel like a balance challenge, can't it? Press those 2 feet apart from each other. And if you're holding your feet in too much of one lane of traffic, it'll get more unsteady. So make sure you have 2 lanes of traffic in your crescent lunge. Back heel lifted. Bring the hands to the hips. Bring that back heel down so the toes now are pointing off at around 2 o'clock on the clock. And then raise the arms up for your warrior 1. Arms can be alongside the ears, temple fingers if you'd like. And then we're going to bring that left hand to the left hip and straighten that front knee. We're going to take some new moves here. Reach through that right arm. We're going to fold at the hips. So hip hinge, so you keep a nice strong back, and you're going to get a pretty intense stretch on that front hamstring. Inhale up. Do this twice more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this time we're going to come down, inhale up, come down into a revolved triangle. So bring your hand all the way to the mat. You might want to use a block underneath your hand. Lengthen out through the spine and rotate. Left hand to the sky, revolved triangle. Keep the spine long and breathe for 3, 2, 1 more. Left hand comes down. Use your block here. Set it on the inside of that left foot. And we're going to come to pyramid. So both heels are at 6 o'clock. 2 lanes of traffic. Draw that left hip way back so you have good space between the torso and the front of that thigh. Lengthen out through the spine and let the heart float down just a bit. Again, an intense stretch on that front leg. Breathing here. Nice. Now we're going to come into a side lunge. So bring the left knee right over the ankle. Take your time to move the back toes to 3 o'clock and lengthen out your stride just a bit, okay? Side lunge, and you might even turn your block just a little bit so you get just a little bit more action in that position, okay? Couple breaths here. And then leaving the block there, bring your elbow up onto your knee. We'll take extended side angle, reach up through that top arm, and then let it slide over the ear. Lengthening from the back heel through the fingertips and extended side angle. Breathing deep into the belly. Exhale, draws the pelvic floor in. And sweep back, reverse warrior. Left hand to the sky, right hand reaches for earth. Breathing, 3 breaths. Gently move your gaze towards your back heel and come into a launching warrior. The arms reach away from each other at 45-degree angle from the body. And float it down to parallel, warrior 2. The front thigh is speaking to me. Let those fingertips reach for infinity and the shoulders soften. When you're ready, slowly windmill those arms. Bring them down to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Let your knees down, your chest and chin as you bring your elbows underneath the shoulder points for your Sphinx. Draw the heart a little bit through the arms. When you're ready, take your dolphin plank. Bring the hands together. Press into the knees to lift the hips. Tuck the toes. Float to your plank. Walk the feet forward just a bit, coming up to dolphin dog. Let your heart drift towards your thighs. Inhale forward. Exhale, push the tailbone to the peak of the position, dolphin dog. Inhale, dolphin plank. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale forward. Bring the knees down. And put your hands where your elbows were. Come up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing in down dog for a breath or two. Inhale that right foot up to the sky. On the exhale, step it forward between your hands. 2 lanes of traffic. We're coming into that runner's lunge again. And we're going to rise up into our crescent lunge. So hold a focus point as you lift those arms in the back heel. Pressing the 2 feet away. The left kneecap slides up the thigh. Breathing. 1 more breath. Let your hands come to your hips. The back toes now lean off to a 10 o'clock position while the heel lands. Still 2 lanes of traffic. We're preparing for warrior 1. Arms can go into a temple position. Breathing. When you're ready, bring that right hand to the right hip. Lift up through that left arm. Draw that right kneecap back. We're going to hip hinge here, so exhale, folding at the hip. Feel the stretch in the back of the right leg. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hip hinge. Last one now, inhaling up. And on the exhale, we're bringing that left hand down to the mat or a block. I like to use a block underneath my left hand. Lengthen through the spine and slowly rotate the right hand to the sky, revolve triangle. Keep drawing the right hip back and breathing. Bring your hands down to the block. We're going to take a pyramid posture. Steady the block in the second position with both heels back at 6 o'clock. You might step the back foot forward just a bit so the heels can come down towards the earth. Lengthen through the spine, float the heart down towards the thigh. Keep drawing that right hip back. Letting go just a bit in the body as you work these stretches in the legs. Now we're going to turn the toes on the back foot off to 9 o'clock. We want to be in one lane of traffic, taking our side lunge. Make sure that back foot is far enough away so your hips can lower a bit. You might begin to feel the stretch a little bit more in your legs. When you're ready, bring that right elbow to the right knee that is over the right ankle. Reach that left arm up to the sky and let it slide over the ear. Breathing. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the pelvic floor in, navel up and in. One more breath. Come to reverse warrior. Moving slowly and with intention. The right hand to the sky, the left hand to the earth. Lift the heart. Keep the feet engaged with the mat, pressing away from each other. When you're ready, look towards the back heel, launching warrior. Arms are coming in opposite directions, a little away from the body. Slowly float the arms down to parallel. Gaze over the front fingertips to infinity. Warrior 2. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Another breath or two, perhaps. How are you doing? And slowly windmill those arms to the earth. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Let the knees come down and the elbows down, taking your Sphinx. Forearms to the mat. Lift the hips, tuck the toes, and come to your dolphin dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Plank and dog. Last time. And up. Knees bent and come to the mat. Place your hands where your elbows were and walk your knees forward a bit and come to a seated posture on the mat. We'll take a little Russian twist for our core practice. So your knees are bent, heart is lifted. You hold the block here in front of the heart. And on the exhales, we'll twist. Inhale through the center, exhale, twist. Option to float your heels. Follow your breath. Switch the feet. One more. Set the block aside, let your heels land and your hands land as you slowly unwind yourself onto the mat. We'll come into a bridge. So bring your heels up close behind your hips. Let the shoulders roll under a bit. Bring the block between the knees if you'd like, and squeeze the block a little as you push the small of the back down. Start squeezing the hips and lifting them up. Roll the shoulders under a bit. Press the heels and the shoulders away from each other, but hold on to that block and breathe. Lift the chin to keep the neck comfortable. Slowly releasing, unwinding the spine towards the mat. And set that block aside. Let the right heel go long, cage the ears. On the exhale, roll the heart up towards that left knee. Inhale back, exhale up. Follow your breath. Going for 5 or 6. These rotation and lift. Inhale back. Bring that right ankle across the left knee. Press the right thigh away. Let the arms come alongside the body. And slowly lift your hips in this cross-legged bridge. Wind it down. And then rock the hips a little left and right. And let that right heel come off to the left as your arms come into cactus and your gaze goes right. Bring your left hand underneath your left thigh and bring yourself back to center. Switching the right heel down, the left foot long, cage the ears. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale back and repeat. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring your left ankle across your right knee and press that thigh away a bit. And then when you're ready, find your way up into your cross-legged bridge. Breathing. And slowly let the spine wind down. Rock the hips a little bit left and right. And then let that left foot come on over to the right. Arms in cactus and the gaze is off to the left. And gently bring the right hand into the right thigh and bring yourself up to center. And then let the left ankle come off the right knee and heel toe your feet out so that the toes just curl over the edge of the mat. And then windshield wiper the knees a little bit left and right, releasing the back on the mat. Then we'll take our block. We'll bridge up and slide our block right underneath the sacrum. Roll the shoulders under a bit and draw our knees in for Viparita Karani, legs at the wall. Let the heels be up towards the sky, floating the feet in a restorative posture, just letting them balance there. And the option to let the feet drift apart, inner thighs stretch, whatever feels good for you. Remember, this practice is for you, so always choosing what feels best for you. With the next exhale, bringing the heels back together. And the knees in towards the chest. Option to slide your hands between the knees, grab the big toes. Take a little happy baby, heels up towards the sky. And releasing the feet. Let the heels come behind the block as you bridge up to slide that block out from underneath you. Unwind the spine. Let the legs go long as you come into our final resting posture. Now, if there's a particular move that you're still wishing to make, feel free to do that. Otherwise, unfold the body into Shavasana. Find the breath in the body. Take a nice full breath in, and on the exhale, let the weight of the body come down to the mat. Another full breath in. On the exhale, let the eyebrows drift apart. And one more nice full breath in. Soften in the face, soften in the cheeks, the mouth. Letting the breath be natural. Unhinge the jaw. Let the tongue be thick in the mouth. And the shoulders drifting away from the ears, heavy. Let the arms wilt all the way to the fingertips. And the bones resting heavy on the earth. The earth supporting you. Bringing your attention to the breath over the heart. Resting your attention here, breath by breath and moment by moment. When you're ready, deepen your breath just a bit. And enjoying a few more moments of stillness, or begin to find a little movement in the body. Lengthening out in a bit of a stretch, or drawing your knees in towards your chest, whatever feels right for you. Remembering how self-care is selfless. taking care of yourself so you can be a better family member, a better community member. Take your time to find your way to a seated posture. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me in practice this evening. May you continue to grow peace in your life and peace in the world. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Namaste. Thank you, friends. So glad that you come and practice with me. And I always love hearing from you. I hope you have a beautiful week. Do touch base with me on email or by chat now. If you'd like to, send a message to me. This is a perfect time. I love to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of the pure breath practice. Did that help you find the breath in a new way? Or any part of the practice that you liked in particular? Always love hearing from you. All right.